Hello. Testing. Let's see, it's volume on. There we go. I think it's working. Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. We're doing a live stream. I'm so excited to do a live stream today. It is Monday, not our usual day. Let me grab myself some water. There's a lemon wedge in there. Excuse me, how are you doing? Hopefully everyone is doing amazingly today. Nathan, the first chat of the day, how's everyone doing? Thank you so much for coming on the live stream, for being a supporter, and as the title of this live stream says, this is for every single one of you. Just to say thank you, just to say that I appreciate all the work, support, everything you do for this channel, because without you guys, I'd just be a crazy guy talking to myself. I always say that, but I'm so appreciative. Let's see some people that are saying hello in the chat. If you've never said hello in the chat, just say hi. It's free, and it's a great way to connect with the community, with me, and of course, always, it's a great way for me to, connect with you. And this is live as of 5:22 Pacific time. So yeah, if you're watching this afterwards, it's definitely a fun thing. So let me know where you're coming in from, where you're watching from. It's always a great place. It's nice to see how far, how close people are. So it's nice. Hey Matthew, nice to see you. Brian S., you've been commenting on a lot of my videos lately, and I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Sarge, nice to see you, and your support is always appreciated. Bobby J., I know, yes, a lot of heat, a lot of fires here. Not too well. It's not going great around here in the area, but in Southern California. But I'll tell you, we have to keep positive, and I keep that message alive because, yeah, things are tough right now, but we're trying to keep our mind on the things that we love, these wonderful TV shows and things that we appreciate, and I know you guys and gals do too. Mary Kathleen from Philly, North Carolina, Massachusetts. Look at that. That is awesome. Long Island. I love to just shout you guys out where you're from, where you're saying hello from. It's awesome. It's wonderful. Thanks to all of you who've already liked this video. You're awesome. You're great. It helps the live streams. It helps the channel. It's free. So thank you so much. Let's see. Oregon. Hopefully, Christopher, you're keeping safe in these crazy fires and stuff that's going on, right? Grimfield, Wisconsin. Nice. I think you're a first timer from Wisconsin. That's awesome. Yeah, Raven Poe, I know what you mean. Electricity is a luxury now these days. Fort Worth, Texas. North Carolina, Spring Valley, Arizona, Georgia. Nice to see you coming from there. Napa Valley, not too far away. Hungry Jerk, also great supporter. I've seen a lot of your comments as well. Love it. Love your guys and gals support, of course. Said like Fred Mertz, Midwest. Nan59 with 5 thumbs up. Look at that. That's the biggest concurrent thumbs up I've had, I think. So that's awesome. From Depew, is that correct? Depew, North Carolina, outside Buffalo. I've been there. I've been to Buffalo. Very nice. Edison, New Jersey. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm sure as people sign in, they're going to be saying where they're from. So that's awesome. That's wonderful. I really didn't have a specific plan or anything that I want to talk about except talking about what today is. For those of you in the United States, you know what today is. For those of you maybe outside, most people are maybe not aware. Maybe some people are. I don't know. But either way, today is Labor Day, the day that people take off from work to be able to appreciate the fact that we do work. I know some of you aren't in working situations right now. We don't want to get into it. But I think it's a day to just reflect on ourselves, each other, our talents as individuals. I guess you can call it a talent, my love for these classic shows, and the fact that I am so appreciative that you all allow me to show my talent, which is my love for these shows. Everything that I do that you see here comes from that love. So yeah, I love it, being able to spread that to all of you. So yeah, I just started the live stream. We're only about 4 minutes old. The live stream is 4 minutes old. That's kind of cool. I like how that sounds. I might use that more often. Yes, very, very awesome. All right, and usually live streams go between me talking and then going back to the comments. Nice to see you too, Will. It's been a bit. I think I didn't see you in the last live stream. I saw you recently. Maybe not, maybe in the last one or maybe 2 live streams ago, but either way, it's awesome to see you all on here. Oh yeah, no, I love doing these live streams. You know, many people don't, some YouTubers don't like to do. I love live streams because it's my way of kind of just spontaneously talking, getting your comments here, answering as many questions as I can about the channel, about recent videos that I post. I love that. I love posting videos and then being able to interact with you guys, because a lot of you leave comments, so please keep this in mind. A lot of you leave comments. I get back to as many as I can. I will never be able to get back to everyone. Don't take that personally, of course. I know most of you understand that. But if you had a question, maybe something you didn't understand, maybe something, now's your chance. This is what these live streams are for. Please don't be shy. It's a great way to have me hone in on your question, hone in on your comment about a video. It's awesome. It's much appreciated. So thank you so much for doing all that. Now, Georgia, you're asking about Quantum Leap. I've never seen it, but I know it's an 80s show from the 70s, 80s. You guys can correct me on that. I don't know much about it, but I heard it's pretty cool. It's like a time traveling thing. He leaps between quantums and so forth. But yes, the Sarge coming in with the first. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. So generous. Thank you. Much more. It's just like, you guys don't have to do that, and it just means so much to me with a $25 super chat. My goodness, just something for the cookie jar. I gotta get a cookie jar. I gotta get something to just put them in. We appreciate all you do. Love the channel. Well, thank you, and 2 smiley faces. Thank you so much, Sarge. You've been a great supporter. You love the videos that I make, and I appreciate that. And I say I make what I love, and I hope that you guys and gals love it. And you guys and gals watch as much or as little as you want, but I hope it's everything. So thank you. That is awesome. Lazy Homebody, thanks for coming on the live stream. I have to give you a shout out, Lazy Homebody. Lately you've been, not that you weren't before, but I've just seen it a lot. You've been such a great commenter, such a great supporter for the work that I do. Just putting your positivity out there to maybe others who not necessarily show that positivity, and you just throw it right back, defending the channel, because you know where our roots are from. You know that we are classic TV here. You know that we promote that stuff. We promote the work of these individuals that put thousands and thousands upon man hours to make a show for us, right? To make something, to make this, create this fantasy world, whatever show it may be that we can watch and enjoy and laugh at over and over and over again. I was just watching some Home Improvement. If you guys and gals know that show, if you like it, check out my latest blooper video, which I posted today. A lot of you are liking it, and it means a lot, so thank you. Scott, everything's doing well. Oh, I'm doing pretty well. It's awesome. Oh, awesome, John. So, thank you. Appreciate you like the glasses. You saw the Lucy movie review, the one that I did. That's awesome. And you bought the movie after Link. Well, hopefully you like it. It's pretty good. If you're a Lucy fan, I think you're absolutely going to like it. It is pretty much 3 episodes and then 2 or 3 scenes that are new. You've never seen them in your life before. I mean, unless you've seen that movie. They just made it for that movie, and that's pretty cool. These are Fred and Ethel, Ricky and Lucy, and so forth, interactions we've never seen. Never before released. Well, that is, again, unless you've seen that movie. But they're not in the original episodes, and so that's really, really cool. Yeah, we're classic people, Miss Backstager. Absolutely. Yeah, I always bounce between putting filler, and what I mean by filler, I guess that's maybe the wrong word, adding quantity to the playlist that I already have, so the shows that already have premiered, adding more material, going in deep, because that's what I do. I go in deep. I go in deep into these shows, the behind the scenes, the life, the bloopers, whether that's filming locations, whatever that may be, but then I always say, let's add another show like today, and so definitely, it's great to do that. Too Big to Fail, you like Home Improvement, well-written show, good cast. Not a big fan of Tim, but you like him. So very, very good. And I can't talk enough about that show. I literally think it's a groundbreaking show. There was nothing like it on the air. Uses a 3-camera system. Really nothing like it. We're talking about like a Michigan family. It took place, if it was filmed here in LA. And just great stand-up comedian, having his own show. He really stood out. These are hilarious episodes, one after another. Stayed fresh pretty much to the end. And it's just such a great series. Such a great series. If you haven't checked it out. Again, a lot of it's very clean comedy. There's a little adult humor here and there, but it's still family friendly. And for most like youngins, it'll go above their head. And just husband and wife type humor, family, very family oriented. Very like male centered in the sense of like, you know, all these gaffes and all these crazy things he does, blows things up. Just what you kind of want maybe out of Ricky Ricardo, or like a dad that you haven't seen before. You know, stuff was never done before. I really think as more time goes on, people will appreciate Home Improvement more. Yeah, that's just my little snippet into that show. Renee, you really enjoy the flow of my videos. Well, thank you. That's very purposeful, and what I mean is I try to make them very spontaneous. Some people ask me if I have a script. I actually don't. I do have a logic to how I do things. I won't get into that much, but I do have a way that I do things. I purposefully do that. You know, I could easily write a script and make it very focused and every single word prepared that I come out with. But I like the spontaneity of the videos that I do. I think it's very much unique to me, my style, and how I am. So, yeah. Tim Allen was great in the Santa Claus movies. I like the first one in particular. The other two, I think they're all right, but the first one is really, really great. The 40-pound sled. Wow, I didn't know a lot of you were good fans of the show. A lot of you know about the jokes. I don't think so, too. More power, you know, the grunting. I just think, my goodness, like, I grew up on that show. I really do think his comedy falls in line with Lucille Ball. I really do. She wasn't alive to be able to see the show, but I really think she would have been a supporter. She was a supporter of John Ritter and Three's Company, and I really think that show is like one... I'm going to have to make a video on that, on shows that like take the torch from I Love Lucy and continue that type of comedy. If you haven't seen my recent interview with Ted Bergman, he was a writer, amazing guy, amazing writer for these shows like Sanford and Son, Munsters, and so forth. You should check it out. He talks about how Lucy created like this type of comedy. I don't know if it's actually in that because I kind of condensed the interview. But he talks about how a lot of that stuff was groundbreaking, the misunderstanding type comedy, and that went into Three's Company, and he put it in Sanford and Son, and I think it's the same thing. I think it's something that, you know, some shows veered away from and went the crude way, and then other shows didn't. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, just really interesting. So the movie I'm talking about, it's literally called, I can show it to you. It's called I Love Lucy the Movie. You can pick it up on Amazon. I'm not sponsored, obviously. It's called I Love Lucy Movie. What it is a mix of 3 I Love Lucy episodes. I have to remember which one they are. The Benefit from Season 1, Breaking the Lease, and The Ballet. This was actually a movie that came out in theaters in 1953. And then they edited them together, the 3 of these episodes, together with 2 scenes that tied them together seamlessly. So it seems like one continuous movie / episode. It's really cool. I've never heard about it till I made that video. And you should check it out. I think you'd love it. I have seen the long trailer, guys. I just saw someone ask the question. It kind of disappeared, but yeah. Don Knotts or Norman Phil? Yeah, I made a video on that, on the questions. You'd be surprised at the people's answers on it. But yeah, you should really, really check it out. Oh, John H., welcome to Ohio. Yeah, you know, that's later on in the series. Go back to the beginning. Watch some season 1, season 2 stuff. I think the best stuff is earlier on, and then later they got into more adult problems. Not necessarily like not for children, but more like real life, like medical issues. They had a lot of issues with like their sons in the frame of the story, of course. And like, just like, you know, getting in trouble with the law and things like that. That I get it. They had to change up the thing. But I think the strongest stuff was just like the fun things with the kids at home. The Halloween episodes were some of the best. The Christmas episodes were amazing. Where he would, every year, he would decorate his house like better and better and better and blow things up. It was a crazy fun show. Fern Falb, nice to see you on the live stream. Sanford and Son is one of your favorite 70s comedy sitcoms. It is really good. I was watching Ted Bergman's written, the ones that he wrote. He did such a good job. Like, I watched them again with the thought that he wrote it, along with, he wrote one. He wrote several Sanford and Son videos, close to 12. And I believe one he did with Fred Sanford, or that is Red Fox. Another one with Gary Shandling, and others on his own and with others. And it's just great. So good. So good. John M., I kind of did want to be an actor at one point. You're asking if I want to be an actor at any point. Yeah, but I'm happy with what I do. I think what I'm doing right now, my live streams, my videos that I make, would make me a lot happier than even being in like a movie or a series. Like, I would love to maybe try that, but I love the freedom and the directions that I can take with the channel, the chances that I take, the production value that I'm literally the producer, the actor, the voiceover guy. I'm the advertising agent. I do it all. And I love that. I love that aspect of it. I think I edit the videos. I mean, for better, for worse, they are a product of myself. And so I like that. I like the control. Like, if someone else would edit my videos and would film for me, that's fine. But then I would feel like I'm so removed from it. But this, I feel like it's all like my stuff. So that's cool. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Dale. Nice to see you, Dale E. Hey, NM. You can't watch, can't stop, but you're just stopping by to say hi. You like my videos. Great content. Happy weekend. And I appreciate you, and I hope you have a very good weekend. Very good week coming up. Well, it's because we're Monday, so yeah. All right, let's see here. Brett E., will I be doing any location stuff? You know, it's hard right now. It's not impossible, but Los Angeles is kind of it's an unpredictable place right now with everything that's going on. Not only the mask stuff, let's just say that, but also there's like fires going on. There's smoke outside, like all over the city, all over the southern state. There's extreme heat, and so it's kind of not ideal. I'll just say that. Layla, thank you so much for the support. And remember, guys and gals, I try to get to as many comments as possible. But if there's close to 100 of you on here, so many people leaving comments, and the things scroll forever. It's hard to get to everyone, but I try to get to as many people as possible. The best way is through the super chat, but then of course, that's just not an obligation at all. It's just definitely just an option on there. Let's see. Original Sin, nice to see you. Great comment turn. A lot of the polls you guys are liking. I'm making videos of that. I think that's always fun. They'll be here happening in and out. Not part of my solid content. I think my solid content are always my bloopers, my filming locations, my behind the scenes drama stuff, my hey, did you know about this actor? Hey, did you know this actor did something? That's the cream of the crop. That's the news that I want to bring you. Those are the videos that I enjoy the most. Mike B. Ooh, you asked me a hard question here. You say, hey Rick, what's your favorite decade in TV? Ooh. I'm gonna extrapolate on that in just a little bit, but let me just answer the question. You're gonna be surprised. If you're asking me about a decade, I would definitely say the 80s. And a lot of you, the 90s. You may be surprised. A lot of my favorite shows are from the 90s. My favorite show is I Love Lucy from the 50s, but I don't love tons of 50s shows. I love 60s shows, but that's not my favorite, And so I love all the decades, but if you're asking me my favorite, I think the most amount of my favorite shows are from the 90s, because that's just a product of when I grew up, when I was born, what I watched on TV. So yeah, that's maybe an unusual answer that many of you will be like, so surprised with. I know, yes, Junior Mud, it was 115 the other day. I saw temperatures 127 in the hottest portions of our state. We've never had those type of temperatures. So yeah, it's just incredible. Yeah, you can smell like smoke throughout the entire southern state. It's really crazy. What's my favorite 90s show? Definitely Home Improvement, I would say. Family Matters comes with a close second. There are many others I love from the 90s. I'm kind of looking at my little list there. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Lorraine. So Lorraine L says, did you know Aaron Spelling was one of the country dancers when they got arrested on the way to California? Not only do I know that, I made several videos on it. So don't forget to watch my I Love Lucy videos in the playlist. I have over 250, and I discussed that episode in detail. I discussed bloopers about that. I discussed pretty cool cameos. He's one of them. So make sure to check that out. A little piece of lemon there. Hey, I think it's Parastu Moo from California with a $5 donation. Thank you so much. You're super generous. I appreciate that. You're saying because of your channel, I'm saving money so I can buy I Love Lucy. I want to watch it from Canada? CA? Oh, from Canada. Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you're getting into I Love Lucy. It's a great show. It's something that many people love. It's one of my favorites of all time. I would say probably my favorite of all time. And I'm glad. You're probably going to get the DVDs and then see episodes that you've never seen because they don't show all of them in syndication, which is a shame. It's a crime. They really should show them. It's just so fun to be able to see every single episode and be like, whoa, my mind is blown. I'm such a Lucy fan. I've never seen this episode. It'll be like old, but it seemed new to you, So, yeah. Oh my gosh, Spike, you're from Minnesota. It's going down to near freezing tonight. High today was 57. I'd trade you. Well, maybe not the freezing. The 57, I guess. It's super warm here. As I said, going into the triple digits, into the 120s. Not specifically here, but in some areas, which is ridiculous. Oh, what's my favorite 60s show? Absolutely easy answer, Gilligan's Island. I would say Gilligan's Island, Hogan's Heroes, and then we move on to, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. Munsters. Those are my top three. Junior Mud coming in with a $5 donation and an awesome little pair doing, oh man, what's this called? Dumbbell curls. There we go. Dumbbell curls. Tell me to keep it up. I appreciate it. I love your guys' motivation. Even when you send me like letters or when you send me like little messages, comments. A lot of you message me on Facebook. I'm so appreciative of that. Again, I try to get back to as many people as possible. Maybe I won't do it right away. Or even if it's like a thumbs up or it's like thank you, I try to write to as many people as possible. Instagram is a great way to reach out. Links are all in the description. Yeah, those are the best ways to reach me. Instagram, Facebook, and comment. You can also send me snail mail. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, Batman. How could I forget Batman? Well, Batman's up there. I would say in the top 5 for sure. So Batman is fun. Like, I like to just put it on and it's like lazy watching. You know what I mean? Lazy watching. But then there's other type of watching where it's like Gilligan's Island where I just have to watch it. Like all my attention's on it. It's like Batman, it's longer and so I can just go back and forth. It's a little bit more dragged out versus Gilligan where it's like boom, boom, boom. Or Hogan's which is like more boom, boom, boom. And you have to get into Hogan's because you have to kind of understand the nefarious plans they're doing. Versus I would say Batman's easy watching. So I wouldn't put it at the top. I'd put it like 4th for sure. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Trying to get to as many of you. I may even come back, scroll up a little bit. Let me see here. Let's see. I'm just kind of reading through quickly to see how many I can get to, how many I can read, and so forth. I appreciate all your stuff. Definitely appreciate all of it. You guys are talking a lot about the Heat. Hey, Taisha, thanks for coming on the live stream. You're awesome. Do you like the Saturday morning 70s cartoons? Could you name some of them for me? The ones you're specifically referring about? And I'll tell you, because I'm kind of drawing a blank right now on specific ones. Like, I'm guessing is Pink Panther, I think Pink Panther is like 60s, right? So that wouldn't even apply. I could be wrong, but let me know. Let me know in the chat. Original Sin coming in with a $25 super chat. Wow, you guys are super generous today. Means a lot. I appreciate it. Truly, I say it. Your channel is my favorite and only supported. You are so very worthy of it, Rick. Thank you so much, Original Sin. See, support like that. You can't ask for anything better than that. And all of you guys staying on here when I blab for an hour talking about these cool shows, it means so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so thank you, Original Sin, again. Thank you, Chris. You love my channel. Route 66, Scooby-Doo, Groovy Ghoulies. I love Scooby-Doo. Okay, Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny goes even older than that, of course. Pink Panther was 69. Okay, so it's a product of the late 60s. Let's just say 70s mostly. Star Trek animated? Oh, you're talking about like Captain Kirk animated. Wow, I've never seen that. What else? Trying to catch all the cartoons. Roadrunner and Coyote, always watch those. So WB stuff. Looney Tunes, absolutely. Hey, nice to see you. I love all of my videos. I appreciate it. AZD with a thumbs up. I'll give you 2. I'll give you 2 back. Alright. Well, I used to watch I Love Lucy in the mornings. Saturday morning cartoons. I had so many. I had Power Rangers. I had like Beetleborgs. I watched some classic TV in the mornings too. I watched a lot of classic cartoons or 80s cartoons. Just so much. I can't even, like, it's one of those things where if I see the names, I'll be like, yeah, I used to watch that. It's just, my brain hasn't even been there yet, you know? It hasn't been there in so long. And so it's like, I'm just thinking, oh no, I can't forget any of them, you know? Alright, let's see here. Yeah, and then what's really hard is trying to compare some of these shows. Because if we're like, is Emergency better or Lucy? And it's like, they're so different, right? I mean, I love Lucy more, the show. But it's like, sometimes there's apples and oranges. Like Gilligan's Island or Chips. It's like, we can't... You know, they're so different. They're just so... It's just completely different. Different type of humor, different type of genre, different type of topic. I could maybe say, oh, I like this one better, but which is better? That's really hard to answer stuff. Yeah. So, let's see here. What made me start watching classic TV? Amazing question. I started watching by myself, believe it or not, when Lucy popped up after Saturday morning cartoons. They're very smart how they made the scheduling. They had cartoons, and then they would come up to really G-rated live action shows like I Love Lucy. Like any little kid can watch it. It's not indecent or anything. Then it got a little heavier, like later it got to Andy Griffith, which is a little less kiddie. It's not bad at all, but it's the topics are a little more like world oriented, whereas Lucy's more like slapstick. And then from Lucy, like she had all these guest stars, and I got to like the Marx Brothers, Bob Hope, basically all the guest stars. I investigated who they were, right, and started watching their stuff. Charlie Chaplin, he didn't appear, but I mean, he's just one skip away from like the Marx Brothers, and then Laurel and Hardy, and then recently Buster Keaton. And so yeah, it was just an avalanche. My dad was a big fan of the Stooges. I would say without him, I would not love it as much as I do. It's a big thing where he was born in, so yeah. Yeah, Adam 12 and Emergency are definitely like simpatico right there. I'm a classic, classy guy. Right? Thank you. That's hard to say. You're a classic, classy guy. Well, not really. It sounds like it would be hard to say. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Banana Splits is. I have no idea. Yeah, I think Stooges is a guy-centered show, and that's really hard to fathom, but I think it's true because I think a lot of women have told me that they don't get Stooges. Now, there are female Stooge fans, of course. I see them in the comments, but a lot of women who's like, oh, I like Stooges, they're like, yeah, I don't know, I don't even know why that is funny. Yeah, I just, it's just a guy thing. I think girls can watch it and enjoy it. I think ladies should watch it because it's really good. It's really, really good. So, yeah. But, again, there's different types of comedy. Different people love different types of comedy. So, it just is what it is. Dragnet. Ooh, see, that's intense. Like, a kid can watch that, and I did watch it as a kid, but that's too intense for, like, a kid, right? So, they would play that later. They would play that much later. Yeah, Stooges is amazing. Yeah, Erica Chaplin, right? Dick Van Dyke is a classic as well. Blow up that ammunition dump. Oh, that sounds something like Hogan would say. Go ahead, do it, Newkirk. And then be like, well, I don't know. Oh my gosh, that show, I like it so much. John M., your comment is much appreciated, noted. And I will. I'll just say that. I won't read it. If you want to read it, they can read it. But yes, absolutely. More of that is absolutely coming. I'm glad you like that. That was one thing that just kind of happened one day. I think I Love Lucy was the first one. So yeah, I guess you're talking about salaries. And I just got a hold of like all their salaries and I put it out and that video blew up and I didn't think people, but I mean it makes sense. People I guess want to know money info, right? And so it became like a big hit and I was like, I have to do this more. So, but it's actually not as easy as you think to get the salaries of a lot of these actors and stuff. People love the video I made on Bill Frawley and his will, who he left his money to. If you haven't seen it, you should check that out. I was very happy with that video, even before, like, as it did very well view-wise. But I think even before I made it, I was just happy. Like this home improvement video, I was really happy making it, regardless of what happens with views and comments and stuff. I just love it. I made a Family Matters video way back, like a year ago. It did not get a lot of views. It was very poor in viewership. A year later, now it grew. I think it made like 1,000 to 2,000 views. Now it's up to 33,000. I'm like, whoa. Like, it just blew my mind. And a lot of videos don't do that. Some videos get lost and just never go up in the view rank. And so it was just interesting how that happened. Jared, I appreciate that, that you like my Hogan's Heroes video. Very, very cool. Thank you. Oh, Katie's Crazy World, you've never seen home movies? That is my favorite I Love Lucy episode. From beginning to end, it just makes me feel good. Literally, the first scene, the Mertz's apartment with Fred in his chair. I love Fred. Like, Fred's my man. He's my guy. He's hilarious. And so he's in that chair reading, and they have the Fred theme song. If you haven't heard that, I have a theory that Fred has his own theme song in the show, so check that out. It's a video I made. I make so many videos. And then the ending scene where it's like the crazy, crazy editing job that Lucy does. And then, how'd you think of it, dear? How'd you think about the editing job? He's like, I don't know. It just came to me. With his Cuban accent. It's just hilarious from beginning. It doesn't stop. Whereas some videos or some episodes of I Love Lucy, there's like a time where you have to build to the humor. This one doesn't build. It's funny from beginning to end. Every scene, nothing was wasted in it, right? So yeah. Okay. Let me just see here. Oh, my dog is doing great. Thank you for asking. He's doing amazing. He's eating too much. That's awesome. Hey, that 70s guy, that's awesome. You should message me on Facebook. We'll connect, okay? That 70s guy. Yeah, message me on my Facebook Rick9G page, or even on Instagram, and just let me know that you messaged me here. Yes, I have every episode of Taxi. I think Taxi was okay. I think it had a really good cast. I think some of the writing was really good. I think there were a lot of missed opportunities on the show. I do think one or two actors were miscast, believe it or not. I think they could have made better choices. So I'm a little critical of the show. The thing is, it's nothing to take personal, right? It's nothing. Like when you start to study and know shows like I began to do for 6 years, you become a little critical and you become like, how can you make the show better? What was the worst part of it? How can you improve it? Just seeing it as like a work of art. Any work of art you could appreciate and be like, wow, those lines are beautiful. That artwork is beautiful. It's wonderful. But then I don't know why that artist made that choice. I would have wanted this a little more. And, we can criticize it constructively. So, yeah. All right, let's see here. Hey, Paul, nice to see you. Hello, Mary Lou, nice to see you. Favorite TV show? I Love Lucy. Absolutely. Ooh, my neck cracked right there. Oh, so Linda Fell, I'm going to read yours because I love the stuff you mentioned. Let's see. So you love slapstick. Most of what I love is centered around slapstick. Not always, but most of it. Physical comedy, big stuff, explosions, like stuff like that. People falling down, people tripping. The physicalness of comedy. If you notice, that's like a theme that goes along with a lot of the shows I like. Abbott and Costello, Three Stooges, Marx Brothers. Yeah, so humor is the best medicine. Don't forget Laurel and Hardy, Buster Keaton, super physical, such a great guy. Like talent-wise, so good. Nope, never heard of it, Paul. Let's see. Will D? Absolutely. We have to hit the threshold though, 100K. We will. In its own time, in its own place. Everything has a time and a place, right? I'm a big believer in that. So whenever it happens. This is real life. This is what happens. If it takes forever, takes forever. If it happens tomorrow, happens tomorrow. That's just how things progress. So I am amazing. Thank you, Sarge, for that. Thank you for that support. I appreciate it, and I do appreciate everyone who's hit that like button. The same amount of people who are on here right now have given the amount of likes. That means every single person is liked. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now there are more likes than people on here. That's nuts. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Means so much. What you are doing with those likes is telling YouTube, yes, watch this live stream, and then when people are on YouTube, it pops up for them. So thank you. That's what happens when you guys really like a video and you just like it. It's like YouTube's like, okay, we'll show it, and if someone else watches it, it'll show it, and then it keeps doing that, and that's how videos grow. That's why some videos get like 1 million views, and then other videos get like 1,000, because it's you guys and gals. So if you actually liked it, I know a lot of people who actually like stuff and maybe forget to subscribe. So if you don't forget to do so. It's so helpful, and thanks ahead for doing so. Yeah, I'm not into shows that are really like sad or just really down. There could be an episode with like a down moment and it fixes itself, but I watch a lot of this stuff so that it gets me into that world, so it makes me happy, so that I can laugh a little bit. That's my purpose, for sure. Thank you, Lorraine. I appreciate that. Cool sunglasses there. Pope Anthony, Rick, you are a renaissance man. Thank you for that compliment. Do you feel that you've lived in an earlier time? I don't know if I've lived in an earlier time. Would I wanted to live? Yeah, like wanted to try like Renaissance time. That'd be awesome. Or even like caveman days. Just try it for like 3 days, and then oh man, so many. I would love to have seen like the ancient world, like the Roman era, and just so many, like 1700s. Just so many eras that I'd be like, let me see how this is. The 40s. I never lived in the 40s, obviously. 40s in America, I would love to see that. John M., your interview with the Sanford and Son writer, Ted Bergman, was very, very good. Thank you, and I hope you do more. Thank you. I do have that in mind, and I do appreciate that. So, yeah. Yeah, Too Big to Fail. So you mentioned MASH, and that's a thing. I'm not totally against shows like that, but even like Emergency, yeah, there's a few like deaths here and there, but then I feel like overall it's a chipper, humor-oriented show, and it's just when they're downs like that, I don't want to invest my time in something that'll pull me down versus pull me up. And so that is a big constant theme to a lot of the shows, especially something like, I was going to say the Hulk, not the Hulk, but I was going to say, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But especially shows that lift me up. That's what I like. All right. Let's see. So Paul Grillo asks, you think you would ever review old movies? I have, and I will. I haven't done it a lot lately, but I will. I have some planned already. Least favorite Batman villain? I'd definitely say The Puzzler. I saw that episode and I struggled through it. I honestly could not stand when The Puzzler was on screen. It was that bad. That's just me. I haven't seen every single Batman episode, though. I haven't. My goal is to do that. It's just hard with all these shows, but I'm watching a little bit here, then going off to another show, going back and forth. So, yeah. Yeah, so our Miss Brooks, right next door to Lucy, right? Filmed literally right next door. What's really cool, if you notice that episode, LA at Last with Bill Holden, it also has Eve Arden in it. She played, right? She's from that show, Our Miss Brooks, which I've never seen. But she leaves, if you're looking at the show, she leaves to the right side of the screen. She's going to the right side of the sound stage. If she keeps going, obviously she's going to like hit the wall of the set and everything. But what I mean, if she literally keeps going through that, she's going to hit the wall of the other sound stage, which is connected to I Love Lucy. And that's where her show was. That's how close she was to her show. It's nuts. It was probably 100 feet to the right of where the camera was pointed. Maybe even less than that. So just keep that in mind. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Nora Clavicle. I have to watch that. I saw the one with Shelley Winters as Ma Parker. Okay, I'm not going to say it was the best villain, but she was terrifying at some points. And I was like, who is this woman, Shelley Winters? She was good. Like, I saw her, I was like, really? And then when I think it was the first episode she came on, because she only did a few, but she brought out that firearm, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, she is terrorizing versus some villains that weren't terrorizing at all. And so I was like, wow, I was impressed. I need the Krupp. So I'm guessing you asked, did you ever watch the Addams Family? I'm guessing you've never watched my Addams Family playlist videos. Check them out. I have close to 20 videos just on the Addams Family. So yes, I definitely have. Mr. High Beta. Rick, I appreciate your work. I was a young teen and watched most of the shows you have reviewed on a first-run basis. Thanks for bringing back some good memories. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you stick around. Lots of stuff coming up. Lots of good stuff. Lots of new stuff. Lots of filler. And I use filler not like saying like, oh, just material just to make more video. I don't do that. I bring you stuff that I want to bring on the camera. And yeah, go from there. So yeah. Hey Jamie, anybody? Good supporter of the channel. Thanks for coming on. Thank you, Sarge, for being on here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, so Star Trek I really love. I have a long-term plan for Star Trek. I'm guessing you're asking about the 60s shows. I'm more into the 80s or the 80s shows like Next Generation, 90s Deep Space Nine. Those are my two go-to Star Treks. I think those are some of the best things produced in the Star Trek world. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. All right, let me go back to where I was. Let me get to my train of thought. Sometimes when I read, it's like I read, get myself oriented, and get back to this. Let's see. So Brian S., your least favorite I Love Lucy episode is called Oil Wells from season 2. It was from season 3 actually, but I know which one you're talking about, and I actually like that one. I think it's all right. It's not the best by any means, but I like it. It's not one that is shown a lot for sure. Hey, I need the crup. No worries, no need to apologize. And that's what I do when like people do that. I'm just like, hey, you must have not seen this. It's kind of like a thing I do, but much appreciated if you were just seeing the channel, just stop by and just subscribe. Thank you so much. You're gonna love it. Just literally go Rick9G Addams Family playlist, or just go to my page playlist and I'll show you all of them. Click on it, it'll run you through every single video that I've made in the Addams Family. So I think you're gonna love that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. Too Big to Fail. Next Generation was your favorite in the 90s. Such a great show. I mean, I think the characters were perfect. I mean, yeah, there were episodes that weren't great, right? But I mean, they chose amazing. They created amazing characters. And then moving to Deep Space Nine, I don't think the characters was great, but the story was better. The story was just so intertwined and so well written, and it ran through a few seasons. It's just amazing. So amazing. Oh, I have no idea, Pope Anthony, how I would have had pre-internet. Well, I guess I lived through pre-internet, but being able to do this, right? No, I'm glad I'm this era too, for sure. Jared, if you get into Star Trek, oh man, it's great. It's not for everyone, but if you're into like philosophical, like action-packed stuff with like, sometimes you just talk, and I do know that the 60s Star Trek isn't for everyone. It's really not. I am not the biggest fan of it. I think some episodes are okay, but I think the 80s ones, 80s and 90s stretched it out so much more and made it so much more watchable, whereas the 60s looks so dated and acting's a little flat. It was just so original and so new that it was so impactful. Didn't have that many episodes either. It's kind of cool. Odo and Quark, oh my gosh. Denise, they're the best. Odo and Quark, I'm talking about Deep Space Nine Star Trek. My favorites. I love Quark. Odo, I actually didn't like in the beginning, and I grew to love Odo. So cool. Original Sin, more Twilight Zone. It is coming. I have it planned. I think you kind of have to be in the mood for Twilight Zone, because sometimes it's not all fun and games with it. Sometimes it's just a little intense, but that's fine. So, yeah, I really do like the Twilight Zone. Yeah, for sure. Vincent Price was amazing in Batman. He was amazing in just all the stuff that he did. He was really, really good. Yeah, if I could go back to a decade. So you're asking me, I'm guessing, from 1900s till now? There's just something about the 50s, 40s and 50s, I would really love to see. Obviously, because I know people lived through that era, and I didn't, and I'm just like, what would it have been like, you know? All right, let's see. What was your favorite era of TV? 50s, 60s, or 70s? I Love Lucy. It's my favorite show. It's from the 60s, but that's pretty much the only show I love from the 50s that I really am into. 60s, I have a lot more. I would say 60s. I love 60s shows. I think 60s was like the perfect blend of innocence, expanded and improved 50s stuff. And then 70s is when things went wayward. When some shows are really, really good. Other shows kind of went off in the distance. But there are really good 70s shows. I mean, like Sanford and Son, you have Chips, you have Emergency, you have oh man, I'm missing ones. Three's Company, right? that went into the 80s as well. But still, yeah, that was a really, really cool era as well. Yeah. Lower Slobovia. Fred's the best. Oh my gosh. His delivery, like, yes, the work that was written for him was great, but his delivery was just amazing. Anonymous Joker, nice to see you on the live stream. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Sometimes I see you guys and gals answering to your own things, which is great. I think that's great when you talk to each other too, but sometimes I'll see the answer and I'm like, what was the question? That makes sense. Oh man. Let's just see here. Modern day shows, I honestly don't have time for it. This is my work, this YouTube, I mean, amongst other work. And so I'm watching a lot of classic TV, even repeats to get ideas, to catch bloopers, to make all these videos that I have in mind. I mean, on my phone, I literally have all of these videos that are, you know, these videos, I don't know how many people can see them, but I'm just scrolling and it's still going. Videos that I haven't made, that are ideas that I get, that I haven't created, you know? And so it's just like, I need to get on it. But yeah, basically I'm scrolling. There's probably close to 100 video ideas, literally 100. So it's just a lot. But, you know, I'll get to as many as I can, do as many as possible. Let me see here. So Dave Hart's good question. Who was Little Ricky and did he stay in any other roles? He was played by 6 different actors, 2 sets of twins, and on I Love Lucy. And so it just depends which one you want to know about. I made a whole video on all 6 and the reason why they use so many. So you should really check that out. I'm assuming you're a big Lucy fan, so make sure to check out just make sure to check out all of the videos I have of Lucy and just the other shows. I think you'd love them. So let's see. Oh my gosh, are we seriously at 52 minutes right now? That is, we've almost been doing an hour of this. Thank you so much for staying with me, for supporting me through it. Let's see here. Oh, my dog's doing great. Thanks for asking. He was really, really sick. Almost didn't make it, and he is in like I want to eat mode, in so much energy mode. Gives me so much love. Keeps me going, making videos. So that is awesome. Tenet. I've heard that's a good movie. I haven't seen it, you know, with everything that's going on. You guys have cats and stuff. Could you do more Addams Family videos? I definitely was kind of doing it. I just want to make sure that, you know, I get to, it's hard. It's hard because, believe me, your question is asked by hundreds of people of many different shows that I cover, some that I don't even cover. So it's really hard to get into them all, but I want to do as many as possible. Yeah, I have a greyhound dog. Yeah, before I leave, let's see. I just want to be able to maybe make any comments on videos that I've been making. Sometimes I even forget. It's crazy. Like, I make a video and it's in the vault, and then I move forward from that, right? And so yeah. Let us see here. Okay, let's see here. Oh geez. Excuse me, I'm trying to, okay. There we go. Nope, wrong place. Why can't I, okay. There we go. So, hey Dave H, thank you for coming in with a super chat. You're awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Dave, it's the first time I've seen you on the channel. I appreciate it. Like I said, I definitely have more videos for Lucy that you will enjoy, I'm sure. Over 250, close to 300, I would say. And a lot more playlists, a lot more classic shows. So awesome. Thank you. All right. Yes, that interview with Ted was amazing. He was so generous, letting me talk to him, letting me into his world of his writings. If you don't know, I interviewed Ted Bergman, who is just a treasure that we still have with us, talking to us about a lot of his work, writing these classic TV shows like The Munsters, Sanford and Son, What's Happening Now, like just so many shows. And he told us a lot of cool stories. So if you are a fan of that, if you're a fan of that, make sure to watch it. Make sure to check it out. All right. Let's see here. Batman. Oh, the Batman Bruce Lee video. I really enjoyed making that. I didn't know much about Bruce Lee, but definitely I enjoy that. Like making that, learning about Bruce Lee. I do want to say, Paul, thank you for your support there. I did make a video on the Lucy show. It was interesting because some people liked it in the sense of, wow, you're doing a little bit of the Lucy show now. I've done a video on Here's Lucy as well. I don't know how many people want to see that because I have some of the audiences kind of split where it's like, I don't like those shows and then I love Lucy, but then there's both. And so it's kind of hard. But I try to do the best that I can there. A couple of filming locations for chips that I've done and my past live stream. So that's very cool. All right. Well, let's see. Let's look at the last questions. Any last questions anyone has or like to have? I think we're kind of getting to the end of the live stream, coming close to an hour. Again, this live stream was for you. It's just a thank you for my support, the support that you gals give me. Means a lot, especially when I see a video that just like shoots up. I know that's because you're sharing, you're loving, you're subscribing, you're just commenting on it like crazy, and that's makes me feel great. So thank you so much. Thank you, Too Big to Fail. All right, I appreciate it, Jared. Thank you to all of you for coming on here. Hopefully you had a great Labor Day and great rest of the week. We'll see you soon. Videos are continuing to come up, so don't forget to watch those. Check back in the channel because sometimes YouTube will not notify people and people will be like, hey, you haven't posted in a long time. Nope, I post every couple of days, so make sure to check back. Dig into the world of my channel. 1,300 videos. There's a lot for you to watch. So we'll see you next time, guys and gals. Thanks so much for watching, and most importantly,